Hey there, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a pick a card reading for what is up for you in the next 30 days. You have pile 1 here, pile 2, and pile 3 to choose from. So take a moment, close your eyes, see what number pops into your head, and you can look down in the description box below to skip ahead to your specific reading. We'll see you there. For those of you who chose pile number 1, welcome to your reading. We have the 5 of Pentacles, the 9 of Cups, Daughter of Swords, Father of Pentacles reversed, 2 of Swords, and the 2 of Wands and the 8 of Wands. So what I can see here is these two cards are very conflicting. So with this one being the first one, it's coming out of a time of great sadness, maybe a little bit of depression, maybe something that happened to you like a job loss or the loss of a person in your life, a divorce, separation, a sickness, something that really crashed your world down and made you feel helpless and lost and upset. So this being the first card, going into the 9 of Cups is bliss and harmony. So the way I'm going to read this is that this is in the next 30 days, you are coming out of that cycle and transitioning into a new cycle where you have new opportunities to focus your energy on a new path and move forward with bliss and harmony, really finding what works for you. With the Daughter of Swords, it's like very oriented towards achievement, especially with the Father of Pentacles in reversed here. It's like you have this achievement mentality that you have all these things you want to accomplish, but you have to give yourself a little bit of a break and give yourself some leeway and not be obsessed with the goal, but just with taking those small steps each day, really focusing your energy on what you can do today and not becoming overwhelmed with everything that needs to get done overall. Having that focus and taking those small steps is what's going to bring you this bliss and harmony. Sorry, my phone was ringing and then someone came in, so I hope I pick up on the right spot here. Anyways, I really want to highlight this this perfectionist mindset and the over focus on your wealth and your status at the moment, because that is a recipe for suffering and for upset. I know from personal experience, I put a lot of pressure on myself to be somewhere within a certain time frame and then compare myself to others and then beat myself up that I wasn't there. And that's kind of what these two cards are saying. So to really hone in on the bliss and the enjoyment of life and progress, you have to honor yourself for the decisions you make today and for the focus on your goals that you make today. Maybe it's, you sent out a scary email today and you wrote for half an hour a plan for a business plan or whatever that is to you, you'll know, but you have to honor yourself for making those small steps each day, because if you get overwhelmed with the fact that you're not where you want to be yet, you'll forget to reward yourself for all of the progress you've made thus far. And that would be really sad, because I can see here that you have went through this journey. You're coming out of a period that you felt lost and helpless and like you didn't have the power to move forward. So honor yourself for the journey, honor yourself for making it through that hard time and for still being here today and still having the energy and the willingness to be that perfectionist person, to be that person who focuses on their goals. You clearly do have what it takes. And you're going to have a decision coming up where you need to choose a way to go, choose the path you want to take, and really focus your energy on that. I'm going to pull some oracle cards to further this reading. This is the Witch's Wisdom Oracle deck. I'll shuffle here for you, pull a couple cards. We have Awakening. Yes, in bulk, so we're in spring here as well. Coming out of those dark winter months, that time of sadness, of slowness, of taking a step back and really fully stepping into your power, fully stepping into full bloom that awakening and springtime really represent. And through that awakening, that's where you're coming into this state of bliss and having all these ideas and all this insight of where you want to go next. Guardian, familiar. Maybe you have a pet or an animal that you have been seeing lately that is watching over you. For me, I often see birds. They're like a symbol of my spirit guides with me. Maybe you have a pet that you lean on for emotional support, or maybe you will be getting one soon. Just know that you are divinely protected and divinely loved by your spirit guides, and a lot of the time they do come in the form of animals. This black cat reminds me of, I had a cat that came into my life so randomly. He ended up being in my husband's truck. I guess he had crawled in there when he helped my sister move from 80 Mile, and we were out in the morning. We just seen this little kitten on the dash of the truck on the inside, and it was a black cat we named Salem, and he was probably the favorite cat I've ever had, and he was so loving, and he even liked to have baths and everything. So he came into my life at a time that I needed him, and that might just be something that happens for you guys in the next 30 days here. I'm just shuffling from this fairy tarot / oracle deck, and we'll see what further messages we have for this reading. Okay, we got quite a few here. So we have the Dreamer. This is basically the Fool card in traditional tarot. So embrace your true purpose, begin a new adventure, and trust yourself. This ties in so well with this reading and awakening and coming out of that dark period and into a new one where you have this decision to make to focus in new areas of your life and really decide what it is you want. The Dreamer, also the Fool, is about new beginnings. It's about stepping into the unknown with a willingness to learn new things. And it's in this reading, it's talking about your purpose. So discovering your purpose and trusting yourself. Wonderful news is on its way. Smart choices that bring rewards, success, and public recognition. Beautiful. Yes. So we have this bliss, abundance. So as you step into your purpose, as you focus your energy and allow yourself to embrace the small wins, you're really able to attain the success you want without being overly attached to it. And then we have the Hermit. Find or be a mentor. Take a break from society, a commitment to your spiritual growth. That ties in so well with awakening. You have come to the realization that there is more for you out there, that there's more to life than just waking up, working, and, going through that rat race cycle. And the Hermit is a really important time, especially if you're on the beginning of your spiritual journey, to really do that self-work. It's going within, it's questioning your beliefs, it's questioning the choices you make, it's questioning the people you hang out with, it's having the ability to be honest with yourself about the role you play in your own life and the choices that you make and how you have been a part of the failures and not blaming other people. It's really looking within to find what your purpose is, what lights you up inside, and not being scared to go out and attain that. I'm going to pull one last card from the Chakra Oracle deck to finalize this reading. We'll see what we get. Group number 1. Seems like you're going through a really big time of growth here. So we have universal light. Beautiful. So this one's yellow, so this should be like the solar plexus chakra, which is about action. It's about taking steps towards your goal and being okay to create heat in your life. So building pressure on yourself to achieve and align with your purpose. And this light, this universal light, just makes me think of fully aligned chakras, aligning with your purpose, aligning with your divinity, and really finding what it is that inspires you in the world and going out and doing that, especially with the Fool card. The Hermit has this light as well. It's going within, finding out what lights you up and bringing that light out into the world in a new way that is unique to you and to your beautiful journey on this earth. So this is a really beautiful reading, group number 1. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already to be updated with new content. I do tarot readings. I also do yoga flows and spiritual guidance. So be sure to check that out. Subscribe down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. All right, for those of you who chose group number 2, this reading is for you. We have the Ace of Cups reversed, the Two of Pentacles, the Mother of Swords reversed, the Five of Swords, Ace of Wands reversed, and the Strength card. So right off the bat, the next 30 days for you is not going to be super flowy, and it can be, because I'm going to say the future is malleable. So this reading does have the potential to help you get through the next 30 days a lot easier with a lot more flow. The Ace of Cups here, and especially with this Mother of Swords and reversed and this Five of Swords, is like you're really closing yourself off in some way to connection with others and to connection with people who can help you and fill you with joy and abundance. Especially with this Five of Swords, it's like a self-destructive behavior. It's being cold and closed off and not believing in yourself going forwards. It's like a delay. There's a little bit of delay here in the next 30 days for you to really go after or get the thing that you're trying to achieve right now, because of the fact that emotionally you are self-sabotaging and closing yourself off from opportunities and from other people. But on the bright side, we are coming into balance in the end of this, and you do have the strength to persevere. There is going to be great lessons learned through this process, and hopefully a little bit of self-love that can occur, and you have the choice at any moment to step into self-love, to destroy self-doubt, and to create balance and harmony in your life. See, with this Two of Pentacles, I feel like you are going through this transformation. With this butterfly, I always think of transformation. You're going through this transformation that isn't in the easy stages right now. You're not on the other side, stepping into the light. You're kind of walking through the shadow land right now, feeling fear and self-doubt and feelings of unworthiness. And it's really keeping you from getting to that place where you fully step into the light, but you have the strength to persevere. And you will come out on the other side a stronger, wiser, more powerful human being. You already have the power and the strength within you. You are using it each day to move forward. You are strong. You are a warrior. You just have to remember that you hold the strength within. Look at this infinity symbol. It is all about cycles in our life that we go through. There's cycles that are easier and cycles that are harder. And you can really come into a beautiful cycle of balance when you destroy these self-limiting beliefs that you are kind of stuck in right now, group number 2. So let's get some more clarifiers. This is the Witch's Wisdom Oracle deck. See what does group number 2 need to know right now for the next 30 days to enhance this reading. Okay, we have balance. Beautiful. See, we have 2 cards of balance here. Remember to create balance in your life. It doesn't all have to be dreary and sad. It doesn't all have to be happy and wonderful. It's about that balance between rest and play, work and play. And this card, this 2 of Pentacles, talks about it's like a work-life balance as well. So maybe you're putting too much focus on your work in the next 30 days, and it's really about bringing balance into your life and taking time to love yourself, to do self-care, and to celebrate the small wins so that you don't get overwhelmed and feel like a failure when you're actually not. And then we have Summer, Watchtower of the South. Yes, well, in the next 30 days, depending on when you're watching this reading, as it's a timeless reading. Here, right now, as I film this, we are going into the summer season. However, as a timeless reading, summer really represents a time of busyness, action, heat, abundance, very connected with the solar plexus chakra. This is the time when all the farmers are out working their butts off to get their crops ready for winter. So it's really a balance of this action, of this abundance, of this moving forwards with that step back, self-care, and I don't know why. I'm sorry. The reason I'm pausing here is I keep hearing the word rejoice, rejoice, rejoice in my head. I don't know if that's like your spirit guides that need you to hear that word. So I'm just going to look up rejoice and see exactly what it is that they're wanting to tell you here. I don't want to ignore it. Rejoice. Feel or show great joy or delight. Yes. Okay. So don't forget in your mission to move forward that there is room for joy. There's room for light and love and abundance. And you just need to remember that in those times where you're doubting yourself, you're being hypercritical of others, and you're closing yourself off from love and joy and abundance, that you can always have that power to step in and create joy and feel joy now. I'll tell you, one of my tricks that I like is to put on a song. There's this song called You Make My Dreams. It's an older song, and also Faith is another one. And every single time I put those songs on, they just lift my spirits, and I can remember that there's always room for joy in the day. So we have the High Priestess. Trust your intuition, careful reflection before taking action, insights that come through meditation. Yeah. 2, that's also a number of balance. Lots of 2 energy in this reading. So trust your intuition. Don't second guess yourself. If you're someone who has really intense mind chatter that is constantly flowing, making you feel like you can't relax, you're chaotic, you're staying up late, lying there, trying to sleep with all these worries and self-limiting beliefs flowing through your head, and like always thinking about all the scenarios that could happen or what could go wrong, then this card is really powerful. It's basically saying, in order to achieve this balance, get silent, get calm, cultivate some sort of practice that is going to bring your mind into a state of ease so that you can allow the wisdom that your spirit guides and your true north is trying to point you to, without all of your own self-deprecating thoughts clouding it. Because sometimes when we're stuck in those loops of overwhelm or we're thinking too much, there's no room for that guidance and that intuition to flow in. So it's creating a space for it to come in through meditation and through silence. I was actually just saying in my self-love workshop the other day how if you're not good at meditating or you don't like it and you find that you're just thinking the whole time, one thing that I like to do is actually watch the smoke from an incense stick while I'm having a bath and just focus on the smoke. And every time your mind wanders, go bring your focus back to the smoke. And I find that can be really helpful, and you might find some clarity in that. So we have Ace of Summer, another summer card. Open your heart to love. What did I say? You're closing yourself off to love. You're closing yourself off to relationships, to communication with others, because you're so filled up in your own chaos, in your own mind, in your own thoughts, creating like alternative situations like in your mind that maybe haven't even happened. So it's saying open your heart to love, the beginning of new and intimate relationship or the rebirth of a current one, the awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual epiphanies. Really beautiful. And it's so funny, it came up right next to the summer card, and also this gives me summer vibes with all the beautiful light radiating off of it. This is about intuition as well, psychic abilities, intuition. That is only going to come when you silence the mind, when you create space for that intuition to flow in. And there's always room for joy. There's always room for abundance in your life. So don't forget that, group number 2. We'll get one last card from the chakra deck here as a kind of guiding light for your next 30 days. What to step into. Okay, so we have nurturing. This is a root chakra card. So our root chakra talks about our foundation, our safety, our basic needs being met, eating properly, sleeping properly, loving ourselves. So nurturing yourself, reparenting yourself. It's just a mother and their child. Treat yourself as this beautiful child that needs to be loved and nourished, and remind yourself how worthy you really are, that you have the strength, that you're worthy of love, that you don't need to close yourself off to others. I would suggest doing some inner child work, especially with this nurturing card. So definitely take time to have baths. Inner child work, the Wu Wei Wisdom community is really wonderful. I can link them down below for inner child work. I feel like they make it very easy to understand, and they have lots of good tidbits there. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I'm sorry it wasn't a little bit more lighthearted, but I'm going to be honest and tell you what it is you need to hear. This is your next 30 days. Make sure to give this reading a big thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already to be updated with new content. I do tarot readings, yoga videos, and spiritual lessons, so be sure to subscribe to be updated with that, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. All right, if you chose pile number 3, this reading is for you. We have the Death card in reverse, the High Priestess, the Moon in reverse, 5 of Cups in reverse, 4 of Cups in reverse, and the Chariot card. So first off, I just want to start off by saying my heart reaches out to you guys because based on this reading, it's basically saying that you're coming out of a period that was very dark. And you're still kind of in it. You're in the stages of moving past it. And depression and loneliness and fear and anxiety are not states of being that I would wish on anybody. So I just want to give you an air hug and just let you know that you're not alone and that you are so strong for making it through this period and coming out on the other end triumphant really with this Chariot card at the end here. That's like your journey through the next 30 days, is that you do have the strength and you do have the wisdom to move through this. And that is what you are doing in this next 30 days, especially with the High Priestess upright and the Moon in reverse. You are beginning to see things in a different light, and you're beginning to move to a new state of being. You're tapping into your intuition. You're starting to let go of some of the fears and anxieties and self-doubt that you've been experienced, and you're ready to move on and you're ready to move forwards, is what these cards are saying. This is a time of stepping back, of introspection, and really finding out, like, what is my inner guidance system telling me? What does my inner guidance system want me to hear? And it's having that ability to step back from social situations, step back from certain friends, from certain relationships, and put yourself first, basically. Especially with this Chariot card at the end, this literally is triumph, strong will, and moving forward. And it's basically saying that the Chariot resides within you. If you, I'll just pick this up here so you can see. This card has the power of the sun, the moon, and the Suite of Pentacles all wrapped into one. So it's your intuition, your internal guidance system, your strength and vitality with the sun, and your ability to ground your energy down and manifest that what you desire. So out of this situation, whatever it was that you have went through and that you still feel a little bit of pain around, you have gained so much wisdom and so much clarity about who you are as a person and what your value is, that it really was a part of your journey, and it was meant to bring you to this place of triumph, to this place of strength, where you can move forward in a way that is true to who you are and not to who other people want you to be. So I just want to give you a big pat on the back and a congratulations for the journey you've went through and for the realizations that you've had. We'll pull some cards from the Witch's Wisdom Oracle deck to get more clarity on this reading for the next 30 days. Okay, so summer. Depending on when you're watching this reading, it's a timeless reading, but right now, as I film this reading, we're going into summer. It's moving into this time where it is more busy, where there is more joy and light and abundance that surrounds us. So this is really moving into this new state of being where you can really feel the warmth of the world instead of having to feel that cold emptiness of where you're coming out of. And then we have Alchemist, Herbal Kitchen. So Alchemist is really being able to create the life that you desire. You're alchemizing the person within you. You are changing. You're going through a chemical physical, spiritual change into a new person, and you're using your different tools that you have in your toolkit to do that. And I've actually never got this card here, and for some reason I'm getting the intuition to read from the book for this specific one. There must be a message that you need to hear. So we have, oh, interesting. Perfect, sorry. I was looking under A, but it's under Herbal Kitchen. You have a natural affinity with all kinds of plants and herbs. Experimental cooking, making potions, and plant medicine has always excited you. and you feel a witchy air about you as you add in carefully selected ingredients for your magical elixirs. Herbal Kitchen delights in confirming that you are indeed a natural kitchen witch. You have a strong connection with the element of earth and, of course, the plant kingdom. You're being called to step up and take your alchemistical abilities to the next level. Draw on your inner wisdom to work with plants and herbs to assist you in your spell work. Look into making alternative or natural remedies and healing sprays, as well as delicious meals that you can tempt your family and friends with. The kitchen is where you belong and feel most at home. Time to cook up a storm. So for any of you that resonated with, perfect. If it didn't, take it or leave it. This is a general reading. So we're going to take a couple more cards. We're going to take them from this Fairy Tarot Oracle deck and see what we have for you for the next 30 days. Okay, so we have the Hermit. Wow, this card goes so well because these two cards here are really telling you to step back and do some inner work on what it is that you're feeling and where you want to go. And the Hermit is all about that. Find a man, take a break from society. Look at that. Take a break from society. A commitment to your spiritual growth. So you're coming into this time where you're really not in full action mode. It's not about going out and hanging out with people and being a people pleaser. It's about pleasing yourself. And maybe that's through cooking. Maybe it's through creating all natural herbs or bath teas or soaps or something of that nature. You will know what resonates with this alchemist card, but that is a part of this journey of going within and taking a break from society and working on yourself. Then we have the Dreamer, which is essentially the Fool card of the tarot. It's like starting over at square one. You're coming out of this phase. You have the potential now to embrace your true purpose, begin a new adventure, and trust yourself. That is the beauty of going through this dark period, is that when you come out lighter. You've shed some skin, you've shed some weight off of your shoulders, and that gives you the ability to step into your light, step into your power, especially with this Chariot card, in a way that is triumphant and perfect for you. Then we have the Seven of Autumn. Have patience and don't worry. Take time to rest and plan your next step. A prudent investment of time and money. Maybe that has to do with investing in self-development. Maybe it has to do with investing in some sort of business that is around creating from natural herbs or spices or remedies. Of course, you'll know what that is. But of course, it's saying have patience. You don't need to rush to this Chariot card. You don't need to rush to be somebody, to do something, to fulfill something in the here and now. It's just about loving yourself, taking it day by day, and seeing where that takes you, and just having patience with your spiritual growth and journey. So we'll have one more card. Oh, that was fast. From the next 30 days. This is the Chakra Oracle deck to kind of be your guiding light for the next 30 days. So we have Grounding. This is a root chakra card, which I guess is obvious with the roots, but our root chakra is our first chakra, and it's the foundation that we build our life off of. So if our root chakra is unbalanced, then everything else is going to be out of whack. So it's about getting out of your head, pulling your energy down into your body, and becoming present. So grounding can be done in many ways. I like to take my shoes off and go put my feet on the earth. That's a really great way to ground, but you can also do it through yoga practices, meditation, focus on the breath, and just focus on the physicality of your body. What are you feeling? What does your breath feel like? What does your skin feel like? All of those things help you ground your energy to the present moment, so you're not off in the clouds in daydreaming. So challenge to you, find a practice that feels good and right for you, that is for grounding, and do it every single day for the next 30 days. And that's going to really help you on this journey to feel like you're stepping into your power and your purpose and becoming aware of your true nature. This is a really beautiful reading. I'm so happy for you guys that you're coming out of this time of sadness, and that you are basically killing it in the world in such positive ways. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope you enjoy your next 30 days. And I hope to see you in the next video. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already to be updated with new content. I do tarot readings, yoga videos, and spiritual lessons. So we'll see you in the next one. Peace.